Here it is. Messi! Could it have been any other way?
It's safe to say that the most shocking transfer of the summer was Messi heading to the USA to play in the MLS. But you see, a lot has happened since his arrival in the MLS. And that's why, in this video, we're going to walk you through the GOAT's journey to the USA, which started when he finally lifted the World Cup. The stage was all set for the 2022 World Cup final in Qatar. And Messi was like the hero who showed up not once, not twice, but 3 times to save the day. He first nailed that opening goal and then set up the second one for Di Maria in a stunning fashion. But Mbappe didn't make it all the way to the final twice in a row just to watch his PSG teammate succeed. And that's when the Frenchman brought it back to level the field with his unbelievable hat-trick.
Obliged. Mbappe. Thuram. Mbappe! Oh, wow! And his ferocious volley. Into the galaxy of greats!
With the match ending in a 6-goal thriller in extra time. But here's the kicker. When it all came down to a nail-biting shootout, Messi was the cool cucumber who didn't break a sweat. Argentina came out on top, and man, it was a sweet, sweet victory. But you see, Messi defeating France, the country he played in, had major consequences for his club career. And that's probably where his downfall at PSG started. Now the funny thing was, Messi had been rocking it in the previous season, when he banged in a solid 16 goals and dished out 16 assists in League One. And even with all those incredible goals he scored, the 22-23 season turned out to be one of Messi's trickiest seasons ever. But despite his lackluster performances, his exit was fueled by one other thing that no one saw coming. You see, after winning the World Cup, word on the street was that Saudi Arabia would likely be his pit stop. And honestly, he kind of let the cat out of the bag with an unexpected trip there, which got him in hot water and slapped with a suspension from PSG. Oh, and the Saudi FA president? Yeah, he straight up confirmed that they were interested. And to end the French saga once and for all, the World Cup champ's turbulent love affair with France hit its last stretch after 2 years. But you see, Messi had options, really good options. According to the GOAT himself, he wanted to step out of the limelight for a bit and focus on his family, and wanted to enjoy life in a more relaxed way, away from all the crazy media frenzy. And considering the past 2 years in his career, it made sense for someone like Messi to get his peace of mind. Now, rumours spread that Al Hilal, the Saudi Arabian giants, had been working their magic for months to bring Messi to join their side. And get this, Al Hilal was ready to make Messi the undisputed king of football salaries, paying him nearly €1 billion. And he might have just ended up going head-to-head with his arch-rival Cristiano Ronaldo. But Messi, being the icon he is, turned down that jaw-dropping Saudi money in favour of the Miami beaches. The man wanted to try something new, and he found his answer in Inter Miami, the MLS franchise owned by none other than the legend himself, David Beckham. Plus, the fact that Spanish is widely spoken there is a sweet bonus for him and his family. But here's the big question. What did Beckham offer Messi to make him drop the Saudi Pro League's lucrative offer? Well, Miami and MLS had a genius plan, and they clearly didn't just rely on stacks of cash to win Messi over. Instead, they brought league partners into the mix. Messi's 2.5 years contract with Inter Miami is reportedly worth a mind-boggling $150 million in total, which includes his salary, signing bonus, and a big slice of the team's equity. Yeah, sure, the multi-million-dollar salary part is nothing new in the world of modern soccer. But in this case, it's actually the revenue sharing agreements with league partners that has everyone buzzing. You see, part of the contract involves Messi getting a sizable cut of the revenue from new subscribers to Apple TV's MLS Season Pass streaming service. All thanks to the time when Apple and MLS kicked off their jaw-dropping $2.5 billion media rights partnership, which features all the MLS games with both English and Spanish broadcast crews. But that's clearly not all. Adidas, the official supplier of the league, a longtime sponsor of Messi himself, is also in the mix. And they've agreed upon a profit split, kind of like the iconic Nike Michael Jordan deal over Air Jordan. Damn, we kinda get why he chose the MLS over Saudi Arabia. But wait, there's more to the big picture as major changes are being enforced after the GOAT's arrival in the MLS. The biggest transfer this summer sees Messi call time on his illustrious career in European football, where for the most part he has played on real grass. But here's the kicker, quite a few MLS clubs still swear by those artificial pitches. And as much as these synthetic fields are a breeze to take care of, a 2019 study says that they are heavily linked to injuries that happen more often on these artificial surfaces than natural grass. But while Messi's new playground, Inter Miami, are repping real grass in their 20,000-seat stadium, just so their star player can comfortably ease in at some familiar terrain, on the other side of Major League Soccer, Seattle, Atlanta, New England, Charlotte and Portland are all about that artificial life. And it's causing a bit of an injury party. But hey, Commissioner Don Garber of the MLS has a say in all of this, and luckily for Leo, Don is all about that natural grass vibe. But at the same time, he's keeping it real as there's some serious work ahead to level the playing field for everyone. Now that's unreal influence. Now, while Messi's already pulling in some big names to the MLS, let's take a look at what else he's changing in Major League Soccer. You see, back in 2007, Beckham got the green light to buy a team for just $25 million. Fast forward a decade, and he made that move to finally buy out Inter Miami. Now, keep in mind, these days MLS spots are being traded for as much as a jaw-dropping $500 million. But Beckham didn't just bring his skills to the field, he also introduced the designated player DP rule, which is the trick that lets clubs splash cash beyond their usual limits to sign A-listers. And it's safe to say that without the Beckham rule, stars like Thierry Henry, Kaká and Wayne Rooney might have never set foot in MLS. But here's the twist, Messi's move might just mess with the game's playbook, as players and their agents all over the world are taking notes on how his Inter Miami deal is all about those sweet incentives. Now, you know what this means, right? Future signings might just ask for a cut from the same kind of deals Messi's rolling in. But you've got to give credit where it's due, and in this case, Beckham surely did wonders for Inter Miami because they weren't doing so well before Messi landed in Miami. Inter Miami started the 2021 campaign with Phil Neville, who showed up in January, and after his 2.5-year stint with the club, he waved goodbye in June, simply because the team was just not cutting it. Then, they brought in Javier Morales as a temporary coach, but even he had a hard time steering the ship right. By that point, they had played a whopping 22 matches that year, and only managed to win 5 of those, scoring just 22 goals. Damn, they really needed Messi. And the moment they sealed the deal with the GOAT, it was like a switch flipped. But it wasn't just Messi's magic that transformed the club. Inter Miami also brought in the big guns with the free transfers of Sergio Busquets, Jordi Alba and appointed Tata Martino as the new manager. And it goes without saying that they've brought in a winning mentality that turned the whole squad around. And we witnessed the shift in their mentality when Messi made his debut in the League's Cup against Cruz Azul. Now, he didn't waste a single second in his debut match. And while his fancy footwork, unreal ball control and unmatched vision were on full display, he stole the show when he smacked a jaw-dropping free kick in the 94th minute, lifting his team to a sweet 2-1 victory over Cruz Azul. Talk about an entrance, right? But that's clearly not where he stopped, and made sure Inter Miami snagged their first shiny piece of glory for their trophy collection when they won the League Cup on the 19th of August. As expected, Messi stole the spotlight once more as Miami went head-to-head with Nashville SC at Geodis Park. He whipped out a jaw-dropping goal that kick-started the game. But despite all the action, the score stayed level at 1-1 throughout the 90 minutes. And even as the match went into penalty kicks, Messi and his crew were unstoppable. Messi, being Messi, netted his shot as Miami's opening penalty. But the real game-changer came when Nashville's goalie, Elliot Panico, saw his shot blocked by Drake Callender. Now, while the game had its twists and turns, when the dust settled, Messi had done it again. New team, same old story I guess. And it's safe to say that Messi is making it look like a cakewalk in the MLS. But the world champion has had no difficulty sliding right into his new team like it's a comfy pair of sneakers, leaving him with 10 goals in just 7 matches. Now obviously, this has the Americans buzzed about the shockwaves in their country. and that's probably why so many celebrities are going to MLS games this season. The MLS might be almost 3 decades old, but it doesn't get the attention it deserves in the States. Not the way the NBA or NFL do at least. But Messi's flipping that script, as all eyes are glued to the soccer scene. And guess who's showing up? We're talking big names like Serena Williams, Kim Kardashian, and LeBron James. But Messi's not just changing the game on the field, he's making waves off it too. When a star athlete like him catches the attention of some of the biggest names in America, you know things are about to take a wild turn. And it's not just happening within US borders. Soccer's getting attention all over the world. And with that being said, could Messi help the MLS become the next big thing in the United States? Let us know in the comments below.